wrapped up in my sleeping bag, looking out the window at Aron's house as the sun is beginning to creep over the horizon. And the trees are silhouetted black against the emerging blue sky with the fading stars up in the sky. And I think to myself how much I hate Aron because he's got it fucking made with this fantastic house of his, this nice little piece of property tucked away out in the backwoods of South Dakota. God, I fucking hate him. I hope he dies. I hope he dies of syphilis. You piece of shit.
We are in the Northern Command, as you can tell, because Cappy's here doing a little bit of spring prep and cleaning. And in the mail, I got a letter from my alma mater, the University of Minnesota, Twin Cities, I believe. I mean, it's just the General University of Minnesota. And this is nothing new. This is nothing unique. This has happened. I get emails, as all of you do, from your universities and your alma maters and colleges you attended. And 9 out of 10 times they're asking you for money. And I wish I was being, again, I'm not bowing down at the altar of Trump, but the investigations they've already had, which I've been telling you for years, should show you that all this Democrat, nonprofit, higher education, it's just a big grift. All they want is money. And especially colleges and universities, they not only want money without work, they want the ego and arrogance to think that somehow they're kind of professionals. Because I'm a professor. Well, unless it's STEM or the dentistry school or medicine, no, it is a very elaborate extortion scheme. You're just a bunch of money grubbing whores, and you're not intellectuals. Perhaps at one time in the past, like if you watch old movies, let me. This might be a little obscure, but I think it was Monsters Inc. 2, where they go back to Sully and Wazowski's past, how they met in college. And it stood out to me where I was like, oh my gosh, it's like college is a cult. And they go back to when they meet in college and they're singing the Monsters U theme song and everyone in rah rah and pep rallies and all that. And at one time, especially in America's past, college may have been idyllic, may have been ideal. People may have had fun times. And if you look at people that donated money to the universities, like, I remember my times, a good old whatever, MSU, I don't know, Missouri State University, whatever, all these acronyms. And this is back when a college degree would get you a job. So I could see maybe there was this brief moment in US history where the Industrial Revolution came about. Oh, things are getting a little bit more advanced and complicated. This isn't just farming. We need an educated class of people to sit down and study beyond, the 12th grade or high school and kind of manage, lead, explore, innovate, to keep up with advances in the sciences, not the social sciences, which is not a science. It's a welfare jobs program for dumb, low IQ fuckwits. Oh, and the liberal arts programs too. So there was like, all right, we got to get some people in here. And then people maybe, well, not maybe, they tested back in the day for intelligence and academic performance and work ethic. So you weren't just let into college. Hell, yesterday I did a video about a girl who couldn't read. It got accepted at University of Connecticut. Hey, how's those college education requirements coming now there, corporal America? How's it? Yeah, now we need PhDs, I bet. So I could see where if it wasn't war, it was peacetime, you happened to perform very well in school, and you got to go and attend college, which was not in a snobby sense of the word, but in the functional practice. It was elite. You got to hang out with intellectual equals. I got to hang out. I can't say. I got to hang out with a professor from a high-end STEM college. You all know the name of it. I won't say what because I want him to keep his job. Do you know what a breath of fresh air it is talking to someone with an IQ that's above 130? You know how and I could see it. You're there. They're not graping you or raisioning you in the ass for tuition. Everyone's kind of an intellectual equal. Maybe there's some intellectual superiors, like, oh God, I could learn something from this guy. People are young. Maybe you fall in love. This was back now. I know for you young kids, you say fall in love at a campus, at a university. But we're horrible. We're men. We're the patriarchy. The women hate us. Yes, at one time, boys and girls, on not just in the general population, but even at university campuses, women like men. It was the opposite of what it is today. The first thing on your first day of freshman orientation, they didn't hand you a pamphlet saying 8 out of 3 women are raised on campus every millisecond. You're like, boy, there's some busy men on this campus. They didn't have that. You might have actually met someone you really enjoyed. You could ask girls out without going to jail or going and sitting in front of some freaking tribunal on double secret probation. There's a lot of cultural references a lot of you young people aren't going to get here. And so I could see in the past when universities were actually institutes of education and advancement, and it wasn't a money grabbing organization that cripples generation after generation of young people in the debt. I could see where boomers, even going a little bit before that, World War II, certainly World War I, where they had fond memories. They were intellectually challenged, and it helped advance them, and they made money. And they said, boy, this university, the place I went to college, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that university. And I kind of owe it to them, and I'll leave them money. That's where their endowments come from. Well, fast forward to, let's just call it the post-boomer era. And the universities and colleges, nearly all the education system in the United States, again, except for some very specific fields, is just a money-making welfare jobs program for leftists and Marxists, low IQ and unintelligent and lazy people. Also, egotistical people, because it's one thing if you just want to collect your welfare check and sit on a patio. I can even understand that. Oh no, I'm Jessica and Jason Christ. I'm going to save the world. I have my degree in, everybody listen to me, studies political science, governance, whatever. Your Greta Thunbergs of the world. Literally, last time I checked on the National Center for Education Statistics, about 80% of the college degrees conferred are freaking worthless. They're freaking pointless. And so you guys believe the boomers, which I understand because they were your parents. You guys believe the teachers, follow heart, money will follow. You signed over your entire, you literally crippled your financial future, paying for a worthless degree, handing your money over, depending on the year, somewhere between $200 to now more modernly $425 a credit. In-state tuition. They taught you a bunch of worthless shit that ain't going to get you a job. Worse, they gave you an ideology and a brainwashing where you had to unprogram yourself from that to realize how the real world worked, and not, well, you just sit there and whip your dick on. People give you money because you're entitled. And Gen X was kind of, we got the first taste of that. Like, hey, my degree ain't getting me anywhere. Well, get your foot in the door. Ooh, that sheepskin, buddy. I hope you boomers all live in the cheapest, most least government financed nursing homes. But the millennials, you guys were the first ones to realize just how much you were lied to. And yet you still vote Democrat when it was Democrats that took your money and ruined your financial lives. It wasn't conservative Republican professors you were paying $300 a credit for. So it became a scam, became a money making, became a shakedown. And you young people, you got one thing I'll grant modern education. You guys do a brilliant job of taking these kids' money, putting them into debt, and then convincing them you're the good guy. I mean, you got to hand it to the left. That is a brilliant, whoever's at the top there, whoever figured that out. Hey, let's sell these kids the college experience and blow dirt up their chute and say they're the saviors of the planet and they're geniuses and da, 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 da. Meanwhile, back at the, what was it? There was the Hall of Justice and the League of Doom. Was that? Meanwhile, at the League of Doom, we'll get them to go into crippling debt and they'll give us the money. Have you ever, let me tell you a story. Okay, let me tell you a story. I worked campus security at the University of Minnesota because I was a white man who was straight and couldn't just, oh my God, give me money. No, I mean, I actually had to pay for my shit. Unlike Ilya and Omar, where they're just like, yeah, forgive your student loan debt, look it up. So I got very familiar. Part of the thing was patrolling the parking lots. Some were outside, some were parking garages, some were underground and heated. Dude, you this was when Lexus first came out. This is like the mid '90s, I think. And I don't know if the guy may have passed away. I'm not identifying him as a bad person, but Nils Hasselmo was the president then when I was going to the university campus. And then one of the security guards he comes up and he says, "Hey, you got to patrol the underground parking lot by the Kaufman Memorial Union." I'm like, "Oh yeah, why's that?" He says, "I think that's the president's car. He's got one of them new Lexuses." So I go down there, and there was this white Lexus, kind of more pearl. I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of a cool car. We there were some pretty cool cars in the '90s. Man, when you saw 3000 GT, woo, 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 woo. Acura Integras, those are all coming. There's some good cars in the '90s. So here's this Lexus. It, I'm not blaming the president at that time. There may have been, he was old. He may have actually given a shit about college education. But these professors are not poor. The admin is not. Now your TAs who only have master's degrees making their $18 an hour. There has been this bifurcation of it. But these professors, the universities, your diversity and inclusion directors, and all the affirmative action hires, and all the bloat, and your sports program director, and this person and that person. Go look at the budget of any university and look at all the people they hire and what they make. They're getting rich off of your backs. But they said, we know everything, and you're going to save the world, and we're going to lie to you like frickin' Oprah and tell you that you're the greatest thing ever, and you'll pay us. You'll ruin your lives. You'll ruin your financial futures. We'll give you this worthless fucking degree. And then we'll send you out, but you'll be so brainwashed, you won't realize that we're the ones that hoodwink you. Meanwhile, we go back home and drive whatever our lives. I remember another. Let me tell you a story. Now, I'm going to tell you a story. So, it was like Professor's Row. There was some name because if you drove south of the University of Minnesota campus, Atham looked this up. You follow the river out, on the West River, East River Parkway. And then St. Thomas, where all the snooty rich kids went, who were no more intelligent than us. If you went down the river road, you hung a left going east on no, what was that? It was the University Avenue? What the hell was it? Summit Avenue, and you go past the rich kids. There's St. Thomas. So there was a stretch of properties on the Parkway, like Professor Row, and different professors would own these properties. Guess what? They weren't little 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom houses. These were nice freaking houses on the Parkway, groomed thing. Marxist leftist socialist professors, no less, and you dipshits gave them their fucking money. They're like, oh, it's the rich, the capitalist pigs, the Republicans in the Senate. And to this day, you still don't realize who hoodwinked you, politically speaking. So now, and ever since I graduated, because I had email, I would always get these emails. Hey, the University of Minnesota, boopa doopa doopa doo. The Carlson School of Management. Hey, fellow alumni. And I want to tell you universities, look, the days of that is over. Now maybe you get some money. All right. Maybe you get some kind of contribution. But long ago, when you were institutes of education and excellence, right? You would educate people who went on to do great things. They make their billions of dollars, inflation adjusted for inflation. Say, well, I'm not going to outlive this. I actually remember good times getting good education at this university. They were fair and just. The idea of being fair and just was just a given. Well, yeah, but without that education, I wouldn't be where I am today. I had fond times. I want younger people to have the same opportunities I did, and they logically would contribute money to you. Little did they know that once the 60s Marxist boomer dipshits took over, and now whatever, they're woke modern day incarnations. Although I guess boomers are in charge of the the managerial classes or the admin. These universities are not institutes of excellence or education. They are frauds. They are money grubbing whore institutions that really don't produce anything of value. I'm sure there are some scientific departments that are making progress somewhere. All right. But by and large, nearly all the higher education industry within the United States is a propaganda luxury producing, it produces a consumable, not an investment, right? They produce a luxury item called the college experience 85% of the time. That's 85% of the production. And they, just like Oprah, they lie to people. They make people poor. They give them the wrong information, but sure the fuck felt good. And they got a good experience while they were doing it. And so for you, all of you in higher education, when I get this shit, fuck you. Because people slowly wake up, right? Well, one, you give them some bullshit degree. What money do they got? You financially crippled them, and they're making their $35,000 a year with their master's in journalism serving me coffee. They ain't got no money. And then two, people, if they do make money, it's in spite of you. Okay, I'm an honors graduate from the Carlson School of Management, right? You know what that means? Jack fuck all shit. The Carlson School of Management, which is the business school at the University of Minnesota, is a truly mid, if not lower mid, business school. None of you have heard of it. And the only reason you may have heard of it is because I mention it. You go talk to some. Do you guys know what the Anderson School of Business is? No, you don't know what it is unless you went and looked at business schools. That's the University of California, LA business school. I forget what the different. Every major city has a business school that you guys have never fucking heard of. If it ain't Warren, U of Chicago, Kellogg Northwestern, um, even Harvard. I mean, they're all fucked. I mean, they're all Harvard. They had the affirmative action hire black female president because she's a black female, and she found out what plagiarizing or academic fraud, and she's still there. And then you read the Harvard Business Review: vagina and skin color and vagina. Like, oh, let me guess, ESG, leveraging synergies, bro. Porter's five forces, bro. Oh man, I can't wait to never fucking hire a Harvard MBA graduate ever again. Not that I ever did. The degree I got, I succeeded in spite of it. I succeeded in spite of going to a truly lower to mid, lower level business school. If I had majored in accounting, I would have done a lot better. That's on me. I admit I majored in the wrong thing, finance. But these colleges and universities give you this degree and they blow smoke up your ass. Oh, we're a highlight. Back in my day, they quoted this thing called the Gorman Report. Like, we're highly ranked according to the Gorman Report. And I'm some dipshit kid. I don't know any better. I'm like, well, I was going to be an economics major, but it's not as practical, so I'll go into finance. So what's the Gorman? Oh, the Gorman Report. Now you find out the Gorman Report was kind of like debunked. It's kind of defunct. It didn't have the greatest methodologies. And I don't care what. It could be the Carlson School of Management. It could be UW-Madison. It could be whatever. They're going to quote you bullshit. You know why? Because they're money making institutions. They are not there to give you the greatest education. They are there to fleece you dumb shit young kids with the idealism of the college experience and a future six-figure income while they make bank off of you. And you sign up and can't put a price on education. Can't put a price. Foot in the door, sheepskin. Said the boomer who is unvisited in the poorly financed government nursing home. Who am I? Where's my family? Come on, baby, light my fire. So you've, in short, not only did you financially cripple nearly all of your alumni, you pissed them off line, and some of them will wake up. Some of them will wake up, and some of them will actually go and make money. None of them are going to give you money. Sure, I'm sure you got some of the true believers out there with rich daddies, and they're all trust fund babies and running for office and part of the Democrat Party. I'm sure they'll continue to donate whatever money to you universities. Not me. Not the average American, not the above average American, not people who succeeded, not people who went through your fucking bullshit and either because they got financially crippled or they, in spite of that, succeeded anyway. Oh no, they're never. So knock it off with this shit. I know you're not. I know you need the monies. I know you're a bunch of parasites. And that's what most university people are. You are parasites. You don't want to work a real job. This is why Trump going in there and cutting all the funding for all these nonprofits is scaring the fuck out of you because you're like, oh shit, I might actually have to. I don't know if you could see this. Can you see that? Um, I don't know if that comes out. Those are called calluses. That's from doing this thing called manual labor. Now, most of that comes from me lifting weights on a bar. I don't use gloves, but I did pruning of trees, installing security cameras, wrenching on cars. It's what the poors do in your world while you guys pontificate about what fucking bullshit, women's studies, philosophy. All right, um, that's why you guys are freaked out. That's why you're freaked out. But and I know you'll never give up on this. You'll never give up on this. But now that I have some free time, in spite of wasting my time at the University of Minnesota Carlson School of Management, in spite of living in the state of Minnesota, which is hostile to productive, law abiding people, hear me out, especially if you're white, especially if you're male, get the fuck out of there. In spite of all those hurdles, I still succeeded in spite of that culture and that college. And so now that I got this time, I got a little bit of free time now. I've succeeded. Took a while to get here, but I've succeeded. Now, anytime I get some kind of mail or email, I'm going to read it. I'm going to remind people that the University of Minnesota is the whole university. All right. Don't go there. And I'm being serious about this, not just because look, all the colleges and universities are Marxist leftist shit, right? The University of Minnesota, though, especially because it's just so damn cold. And it is a mid shit school. There is nothing. Look, I could under ASU, hot chicks, Michigan, Ohio, good football. UCLA, warm weather, right? I can see it. The University of Minnesota, guys, it's winter there 6 months out of the year. It's gray and dark and cold. And I am not joking. Hear me. I am not joking. If you are a hardworking person, and even if you were a minority, whatever, gay, doesn't matter. Regardless of your traits you were born with, that fake Minnesotans will come in and act like you're the bestest of friends. Right? If you're a hardworking person, period, you do not want to go to the University of Minnesota and you do not want to be in Minnesota. You don't want to accidentally get kind of a marginal career. There are no good careers in Minnesota, only marginal. Try driving through rush hour traffic when it's snowing. There's no happy life there. There's not a possibility to excel and achieve your maximum in Minnesota. Not only because the university is shit, there's that, but the culture and the weather, you cannot be, it's miserable. So don't even bother going there. Go to Florida, go to Alabama, go to Texas, go to some place where it's at least warm or there isn't horrible taxes and horrible snow. But do not, don't go to Minnesota, period, the university or the state. There is no reason to go there. And I will do what I can with my audience. Hear me, University of Minnesota. I keep getting this shit. I'm going to cost you more than what you ever hope to gain from sending me harassing emails. And these aren't harass. I just had to figure like, is it money grubbing? I don't know. I haven't read this yet. I don't know what they want. I was going to say the University of Minnesota, stop asking me for money, but I don't know what this is, right? So I'm going to call it harassing, right? Because anytime on the university campuses, a guy asks her, oh, that's harassment, right? Right, university. Let me ask the professors of the feminist department or whatever the fuck it's called now, right? Everything's reasoning, right? So now that I have time, now that I've recovered from a worthless degree from the Carlson School of Management. Oh, by the way, I did graduate with honors. I graduated 6 months early. Dude, that fucking degree got me fucking jack shit. That was, I could talk all day about how the Carlson School of Management degree. I'll tell you a quick story, okay? I've told it before, but for any of you aspiring young kids out there, there's the interstate runs north south. Carlson School of Management's right there on the east side of the interstate. On the immediate west side of the interstate is downtown. You look at all these buildings with all these banks and all these employers. Like, well, logically, they'd literally walk across the street, walk across the interstate, maybe do some recruiting. Uh-uh. Buddy of mine got me access to the Princeton job board. And all these, and then the Carlson School of Management had it. Now, admittedly, this is 20 odd years ago. The Carlson School of Management had their job board. And you'd look for these jobs, and there were some, but none of the good ones, right? All the good ones, though, were on Princeton. I think is Princeton in New Jersey? It's not in Minnesota. It's way the far fuck away. So we saw all these Minnesota employers in Minneapolis listing their jobs at Princeton, but not the Carlson School. It's like, holy fucking mid-bat, man. I'd imagine it's the same today. Oh, they want me, the Minnesota Foundation. Oh, you are asking for money, you money-grubbing whores. Let's read this. University of Minnesota, driven to discover. Dear Aron, oh, look. Come on, man. Look at this girl. There's your Karen. Come on, man. Hey, we hired a Marxist leftist bitch. Aron, how do you know she's a Marxist leftist bitch? Did you not see this? Do I really have to go through her background? This isn't somebody who majored in engineering. Okay, you're right. There's a chance she's like actually legit. And no, there's a tell. They all look the same. Okay, affirmative action hire lady. I'm sure with your liberal arts degree. Dear Aron, as I reflect on my first few months as president of this tremendous university, I have been deeply moved by the energy, enthusiasm, and spirit of discovery that epitomizes the University of Minnesota system. The University of Minnesota, as I said, it's a very mid and poor school. It's cold, it's miserable. But also they have a ton of this woke, trans, anti-nuclear family, anti-male shit. Just look it up. It's all universities. I get it. Lady, I'm a white male who's straight, and you treated me like fucking shit. Not you personally, the institution. Your institution is a shit institution. It treats people like shit. And you're asking me for money? Fuck off. The sense of possibility here is undeniable. Dude, it is okay. You know what the University of Minnesota? I'm not kidding, because it's winter. See, summer everyone goes home, right? So 80% of your academic year in the 2 semesters at the University of Minnesota, I'm not kidding. It's like going to the Soviet Union. It's cold, it's dark, it's gray. The buildings are horrible. There's the old part of campus, which is kind of pretty, but the rest of it is just this. It's an ugly fucking campus. It's an ugly environment. You don't want to go there. The sense of possibility here is undeniable, and because of generous supporters like you, we could turn those possibilities into reality. Really, what's this lady's name? Rebecca Cunningham. Lady, you hate white men. You hate straight white men, and you especially hate non-democratic straight white men. Fuck off. You're asking me for money? You hate people like me. Why would I get why? We can turn those possibilities into reality. Your commitment has empowered students, faculty, and staff to achieve remarkable things. Nothing okay, Neil Borlaug, that's the last time I think something remarkable came out of the University of Minnesota. From groundbreaking research to fostering a campus community that values inclusivity and opportunity. This past year, we welcomed the highest percentage of underrepresented students in the history of our system, a milestone we can all be proud of. No. What you did is you took the money and the time disproportionately out of disadvantaged students, and I guarantee you're not giving them degrees in engineering or accounting. You are financially ruining and harming the people you claim to support. That's a fact. You are profiting off of disadvantaged groups, unless they're all in engineering or medical school. And the fact you are racist and sexist, it's not white people or males that are in here. Yay! That is not objectively a good thing. It's not objectively a bad thing either. But the fact you say, this is a good objective, that's, guys, do you see I don't know where there's a university that isn't regularly masturbating to diversity. I don't. But it would be nice if there was a university somewhere that says, no, we hire we educate the best here. We give the best education regardless of who you are. I don't know. But look, I don't look at this gal. Are you a dude? You dress like a dude. With your renewed support, I never gave money to you. I gave money when I was college. That's it. You're not getting any more. With your renewed support, we will continue to open the doors for bright students of every background. One of the things that has impressed me most is our steadfast dedication to making education affordable for everyone. No, you don't. Let's take a look. Carlson School of Management annual tuition. AI says $46,000 for Minnesota. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. And this annual, as the full-time MBA program at Lee, Carlson School of Management, $46,000 for in-state tuition at the University of Minnesota for 1 year? Like 90, let's call it 100 with your fees and your bullshit. $60,000 for non-resident and international. How the fuck is that affordable? Rebecca Cunningham, I will accuse you of being a liar. You are a fucking liar. Affordable. I mean, what? Bethel did this thing, it's another college, where here's our tuition, but here's all the scholarships we give. And they realized, how about we just stop issuing scholarships and increasing inflated tuition? Why don't we just lower the tuition price and stop giving scholarships? And oh my God, you got the real price. Affordable. Is $120,000 for an international MBA student, huh? That's affordable. The Western guys, hear me out. Okay. You want a degree that's equally employable? Just go to Western Governors University. I think it's $8,000 a year. All right. It's like 1/10 the fucking price. And no one, ask around. Do an experiment. If you're not within 20-mile radius of the Carlson School of Management, ask around. Anybody say, you ever hear of the Carlson School of Management? They're going to say, what the fuck is that? Thanks to the generosity of individuals, half our students graduate with no debt. And we are the most affordable four-year university in the state for low and middle income students. Yeah, after you factor in all the fucking money everybody else has got to give them. I got an idea. Why don't you lower tuition for everybody? Get rid of your sports department, get rid of your DEI bullshit, get rid of all the fucking fees. Hey, you want to help out? How about you don't charge for parking? But then how do we mix the monies? As we look to the future, I will work with my colleagues system-wide to build on our strengths and deliver on our powerful mission to push the... You hear how this is all... Guys, do you want to attend an institution like this with all this corporate speak? Tell me, I know corporations are evil and academia is... How is this any different than corpo speak? It's just bullshit. On our strengths and deliver on our powerful mission to push the boundaries of research and discovery, to advance teaching and learning, and to take bold new steps to create a healthier Minnesota and a healthier planet. We sincerely appreciate you standing beside us in this work. Please renew your support today to help us continue build. What concerns me, they keep saying renew. I never donated. Why am I given this thing? Man, I got to go through my fine-tooth comb and make sure not a fucking penny is going to you guys. We sincerely appreciate you standing beside us in this work. Please renew your support today to help us continue building the University of Minnesota system that transforms lives right here in Minnesota and beyond. as we kill and murder white guys. Oh wait, no, that didn't say. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. They just don't like you. I don't think they. Most of them, I don't think want to murder you. 40%, I think, don't want to murder you. I don't know. Some of them do want to murder you, no doubt. But I don't think all of them are like, hey, let's get on the murder train. Thank you for being a vital part of this community. Your community fucking, just so you know, your community sucks. Everything about the University of Minnesota sucks, is subpar. Even your sports teams don't win nothing. When's the last time Minnesota won a championship? You can't even get excited about your bread. The University of Minnesota is so bad. How bad is it? The University of Minnesota is so bad that even the bread and circuses suck. Well, that's pretty bad. It is. Thank you for being a vital part of the community and an unwavering commitment to a university in the future. Rebecca Cunning, I gotta see what this lady. What's your degree? What worthless fucking master's in education, the PhD in education? Rebecca Cunningham, University, Minnesota. I could stand. Okay, here we go. Here we go. She could be a PhD in medicine. You're right. You're right. I'm gonna guess not. Oh God. Why? Okay, I got another question. Can you liberal women just look attractive? Why do you all have to be ugly? I know this is not a intellectual criticism, but it's Arsenio Hall. There's things that make you say, why are leftist women all ugly? What is it? Broadly, facility, advice, research, innovation, and natural portfolio. Its annual research portfolio to a record 2 billion. Strategy, nation, bachelor's degree, and a medical doctorate. Wow! You actually hired someone. I am proven wrong. I am proven wrong. You actually medical doc. Well, wait. MD, yeah, medical doc. She got a legit degree. Wow, I stand corrected. Lady, you sure you want to do a leftist nonprofit gig? Why don't you go become a doctor? You got someone who has a real degree. I know. She's probably a lefty anyway. I'm going to help out the community. Well, I stand correct. You're still not getting my money. Here's what colleges and universities should do, just like the corpos. You should first apologize for the shit product you've been providing for the past 2-3 generations. Right? Then you should be a commitment to meritocracy. We're not doing here just an abandonment of any kind of racism or sexism or discrimination otherwise. And then we are going to put forth a good and affordable product going forward. But based on this request, that you do have an emphasis on diversity and helping the minorities and the poors and I don't know, maybe white men somewhere. I don't care. Who cares? They just got everything. No, fuck you. I will not. I will not pay you. Let's go to the super chats. Nonstop Dre, $2. Cappy is giving back to the community at Carlson. I will give back here. Let me show you how I will legitimately. It's such a simple yet mature observation. Helping young people, period, but especially disadvantaged people, whether they happen to be female or minority or whatever, they not straight, it doesn't matter. Charging them an absurd amount for education and making them go through the process of applying for scholarships and all this other shit. While I guarantee you, if I grab the University of Minnesota's budget, just like Elon Musk, I could come in and cut half the fucking budget because you got a bunch of bullshit, made up, nonprofit diversity, touchy feely crap. All right. You are not helping any of these people, but especially disadvantaged group, regardless of how they're disadvantaged, by charging them money and their time period for worthless fucking degrees 85% of the time. That would be the fair and you could do it for a fraction of the unless you had to go for a physical degree where you need to physically attend. Like dentistry. I get that. But all your white collar degrees can be getting for a fraction of the cost online for a fraction of the time with no commute and no online campus housing through an ASU online, Western Governors University, etc. If there was any intellectual honesty, you would shut the 85% of this shit would be shut down. So you could get it better and more affordable online, or we're cutting all the fat out of here. Here's a good like community colleges. There's more honor and integrity in community colleges than there is fucking flagship campuses. That's how you actually help. But no, you cripple these fucking kids with tremendous amounts of debt and at minimum, oh, but we could make it low tuition for all the poor people. Fine. What about the 4 years you take from them and you give them an unemployable degree in exchange? Not to mention a handicap mentality where I'm a victim and everything about me, the way I was born, is the most important thing, which is in that letter. It was hidden a little bit, but we really help out with an inclusivity and diversity. So not merit, not reality. Okay, lady, I'm impressed you got your MD. Congratulations. But apparently you're not going to be empirical or really help out any of these young kids. Femboy Fantasia, $5. The liberal arts were infiltrated first, but it's actually their job to stop bad thinking of writing or teach crappy pronunciation. The university system is out. They don't realize it. I know corpos and aging HR Karens are still requiring college degrees, so it provides it some remnant yet dwindling intrinsic value, but it is going to go away. There are other things happening at a society-wide level. Men are walking away from college, even women. Young ladies are dropping. They're not attending as much. We're starting to realize that what universities do is they do not provide you anything of value approaching the price they're charging you. Education is no longer an investment for the majority of people. It is a luxury consumption. And it's painfully slow how slow this internet is cracking through the skulls of these young kids. Parents and teachers are not helping. But that we'll do it here. But people are slowly waking up and realizing, yeah, I'm not paying. I don't care how much scholarships I get. I'm not paying $120,000 for an MBA. I don't know what to now. Last time I checked, in-state tuition is around $400 a credit. That's nationwide average. I'm going to imagine the University of Minnesota is not that far off. Okay. No. $400 a credit? No. No. You could get that somewhere else a lot cheaper. And I hope you know, like horse and buggies, I hope enough young people leave colleges and universities and just go online, or they go into the trades, or heaven help you if you girls just, I don't know, be a nice, sweet stay-at-home wife and raise the kids. Super duper hypersonic re. Uber nerd, $2. Cappy, your mic is screwed up. Is it? Fuck, this is good rant too. Let me take a look at my settings. Let's go to the audio. Default. Ah, yes. Fuck, I hate Microsoft. Let's try this.
Checky, check. Is that better? God damn it. How about you university people in your computer science programs teach people to make a good product at a fair price? We're switching back to the shit microphone. We're going back to the shit microphone. Dre, $2. Carlson, but Cappy, you owe us your success and you know it. If the Carlsons hear me, I'll make this abundantly clear. Let me buy my pretty blue bonnet. I swear. If the Carlson School of Management ever, I mean, they have the right because it's true. Famous alumni, if there's a building, if there's anything where you say that my success came from the Carlson School, if there's anything like that, which might be implied if they were to ever say, but they're not going to because, you know, I'm a white male who's straight and I'm not a Democrat. So there's not going to be any statues of me going up anytime soon. Swear by my pretty blue bonnet. I will make it that no one attends your school anymore. No one. I would actually, I would go and implore my audience, like, hey, I need some donations coming. I'm going to be coming off the line a little bit here. And I will dedicate my time to say, you take that fucking statue down. You take that fucking name off that fucking plaque. I'm not going to do it. If at all. I was thinking long ago, like during enrollment, just sit there with $5 bills. Like, here, I'll give you $5 to apply to St. Thomas. Now, just don't go here. Just don't come here. Pringles can with veins, $2. Bio degree before computer science. FMI got it together at 37. Yeah, see how long now? For all you University of Minnesota Marxist leftists, Pringles is a black man. Pringles wasted how much time? Right? Lying to minorities and disadvantaged groups does not help them. Tell them the truth. That's what helps. All sparing the group. Oh, it's not because you made bad decisions that are somehow not incarnate. Biased and more frequent because of the culture, and it hurts you in the long run. We can't say that. We can't say it because it hurts their fifis. Well, that's not going to help them. It's like saying, hey, you got cancer. Well, don't tell them they got cancer. They'll get pissed off. They got cancer. We got to help them. No, tell them it's a cold instead. Then their feelings won't be hurt. Said every liberal white woman ever of college and academia. Yeah, computer science, 37. Dude, it took me about my mid-30s. It literally took me until my mid-30s to recover from a Carlson School of Management degree. Admittedly, it was finance as well. I will provide that caveat. If you go to the Carlson School for accounting or even less so MIS nowadays, you will do better. But that's because of the nature of the degree. But there's no added benefit. It's like, oh, no one in the history of anyone, no one in the history of the world said, oh, the Carlson School of Management? The Harvard of Hennepin County? The Yale of the Midwest? No one ever fucking said that. How's the audio now? Super Pilotish, 10 Canadian dollars, which is like 4 American. Hey, Super Pilotish. Oh, everyone should subscribe to his channel, by the way. Do you remember Stephen Harper? I remember Stephen Harper. Ever notice how university marketing shows everyone sitting under a maple tree? They say, yes, it's a market. Look, somewhere at the higher levels, they know they're selling a product. They know they're selling a consumer luxury item and experience. I'll tell you again, it's gone now. They tore it down and put in more student housing. There was this espresso joint, and I'd walk from the super block to go to the police department. That's where you had to check and do campus security. Big window right there. I forget. Was it Church Row? I forget which one it was. And there was always these smug assholes from Edina or Eden Prairie or Egan or other suburbs that begin and end with a vowel. And they just sat there and they had their and they were warm. And I'd be going in there, schlepping my cold ass, log in, okay, go patrol the bridge. I'm like, who are these assholes? Who's that? Or they didn't even have their parents. Like it's to this day, some of them no doubt still have student loan debt because they don't understand the power of compounding. Because the University of Minnesota couldn't teach them that. That's too advanced mathematics. But yeah, on the flyers, they don't show the poor shivering security guard. Someday you could stand out in the middle of the fucking field and shiver your ass off. They don't show students freezing in the snow for 90% of the study time there. No, they don't. No. It's all kids smiling and happy, some AI generated horse shit. They're sitting there and we're going to figure out how to save the planet. See how there was the environmental thing to help out the community and the planet. Lady, fuck off. Here's tragedy. That woman could tremendously actually help humanity. She could cure diseases, extend life expectancy, save lives, improve lives. She's a fucking doctor, like legit. What does she plan on doing? I'm going to support a Marxist leftist organization that's going to promote propaganda. Will we help out the community? Nah. We'll cripple a bunch of young kids with that. John Sarah's ingenious, $5. Cappy, hold your nose and try to breathe through it. Okay. Prince Revolver, Magnum Opus, $5. Every anti-capitalist video boils down to, I hate putting effort in to make my life easier for myself. Right. Or I want free shit. It is, I don't care how many PhD theses were written. I don't care how many millions of pages, the millions of people have written the past, 70 years in the social sciences and the liberal arts. At the end, Paul Krugman, right? Paul Krugman, famous economist, I would say a legitimately award-winning economist. Man has done more research than I have. He's wrong, but he's done more research than I have. All of his work is, I just want more free money. That's it. Same thing with Robert Reich, who is not an economist, former Secretary of Labor, but he did really study that kind of. But at the end of the day, all it is, men are 80 years old. These men, all their lives is, I want more free shit. I don't want to work. I just want to bang on my drums all day. I don't care how glorified and glitzified it all is with your PhDs, your prestigious awards, and I worked at this institution. I worked at that. Have you ever laid sod, you pampered little white-collar bitch? At the end of the day, you're just an ordinary thief. I'm an exceptional thief. And since I have a PhD, you should be more polite. That's it. That's all it is. We can paraphrase the Die Hard quote. After all your speeches, after all your talking, you're just an ordinary thief. I am an exceptional thief, Miss McLean. And since I'm moving up since I have a PhD, you should be more polite. Oh, doctor. Gabby's just upset that she's taller than he is. Is she? Okay. The Plains Warrior, $5. Gabby, here comes the short. Really, we're gonna do this, huh? We're gonna do this. All right. Like that. Hey, today's insults, today's super chat financed insults go to buy coffee because I'm out of coffee apparently. The GF. Oh man, I got here. Great one. Went through all the fridge and all the booze, although I don't drink it. And I opened up the fridge. I'm like, oh shit, Cappy got to go to the grocery store. And in the freezer, there's like this block of Lavazza. I don't know why why you make it a block, and don't even, look, why do you bother putting the little Terry things on the top when they don't tear? Why are you lying to me? Just say, you need a lightsaber to cut this coffee package. Just say, lightsaber required, not included. So I'm cutting this thing out. I dump it into a thing, just like a clump, a brick. I'm like, gonna bash it up. There's coffee dust all over the place. So I use the Lavazza coffee, which is not the good coffee. But plop, 200 yen. De-shitification funds, no real fun. Just a salute to what your videos and books. Thank you, plop. Naughty DJ Aftershock. Shock. Oh, hang on. Where's my hat? My Carlson School Management degree is right there. I got to get on the ball and start marketing and auctioning that off. Dude, bro, you just talking trash about the big C because you couldn't hack it, bro. Dude, you really needed to hustle, man, to get that sweet Cargill analyst gig. That, I wonder, it's been a while. I don't think with the Zoomers and the millennials, especially the Zoomers, I don't think that's a thing anymore. Like, I'm sure there's frat row, but I don't think the dude bro. I mean, yeah, there's always dude bros, there's crypto bros and all that. But at the university campus, all the bars that, let's go to Sally's, bro. Let's go to Sergeant Preston's, bro. They're all closed. I'm sure some new shit opened up. But yeah, they all go hang out with the law school bros. Bro, let's get some beer, bro. I can't afford the beer. Bro, I got my student loans, bro. I would love, and I think I did look it up, like famous Carlson School of Management graduates. There's not a lot. Now, I still think Dre hacked the Wikipedia page and put me, and there's like a sports guy. There's like 3 people of somewhat noteworthiness that went to the Carlson School, and I'm one of them. And being honest here, okay, I'm not really I'm no fucking visionary. I'm not Elon Musk. I didn't create a company. I'm just some idiot on the internet. And I'm one of the top 3 that's listed there. And that's probably due to Dre fucking with me. Yeah, I mean, okay, let me know when the Carlson School makes it. Graduate from the Carlson School of Management and developed a multi-billion-dollar company that cured Lyme's disease. Okay, all right. Some guy of barely notable internet worth. Sincere and sincerity. $2. Welcome home and welcome back to the fight. I can see it. Victor Laszlo. Why can't I remember? Casablanca. Oh, he's getting open-minded. Magnus Opum, $5. White liberal women are the peak moral police of the world. That's why they should be on the front lines. They will destabilize any society. Do not confuse. I know it's easy to pick on them because they're so common. And this is important to know. It's not the race or the trait or the sexual preference or all that. It is the environment that they grew up in. There's no more privileged group than white women in North America, say the past 50 years. Suburbanite liberal white women. I'll show you plenty of white women who grew up in the trailer park in Wyoming or Florida that are not privileged. But also it's because they're majority of the population in terms of female race. That is a phenomenon. What the core is, it's not that they're white or they're liberal or they're women. Well, it is that they're liberal. It's that they're privileged. They grew up never having to pay for anything. They come from the go look at Michigan, like all the political leadership in Michigan. I think the governor, the AG, and one of their senators, all privileged trust fund babies. That's it. No different than Mark Dayton. They just happen to be white and women. Just like Mark Dayton. Some Minnesota humor for you guys there. Just like Jacob Fry. Jacob, Mark, because they're guys, but I call them little girls because they act like little bitches. Did you get it? Hey, when is the next burning down of the cities? When does that happen, social science majors? What? Come on. I am confused. You have the world's foremost intellectual authorities on the social sciences. How did you let your city burn down? The burnings, the riots were, God, if you consider the West Bank, they weren't more than 2 miles away from the University of Minnesota. How did that happen? How? You guys know everything. How are your cities burning down? Naughty DJ Aftershock, $2. Dude, my big deal old man covering my tuition, bro. Yeah. Unearned money. Nothing good comes from unearned money. That caused a financial crisis. A bunch of nepotistic blue blood cronies connected with dads over at Wall Street. From the community banks all the way up to Wall Street. There was an old boys network. And that's what happens when you don't work for a living. You got everything handed to you in life. You're always looking for the easy way. Always. You don't have that. You don't know what those are. My truth. The king. Smith & Wesson. I don't want to end it prematurely. You don't have to. You don't. That's my truth. The king again. Vasectomy. I don't want to cut off my nuts. Exactly. You know what's hilarious is they always talk about, we teach critical thinking. No, you don't. You obviously don't. There's even entire courses at colleges on critical thinking. And why is it no one gets the critical thinking? Your critical thinking is, how do we warp it into, I'm a victim and I need more of other people's money? That's all the critical thinking was. And I know a tall Asian, right? We're going to have the tall Asian debate again? I know an Asian who, no, wait. Yeah. Most Asians are shorter on average, but I know a tall Asian. And on that day, the IQ shot up 15%. Jeremy Lewis Hoyle, $2. My university career set us to the monster site. Oh, is that? Yeah, the Career Center. Yeah, the University Career Center, saying, you know, the monster site. Link below. Okay, for any of you young people, whether you're going to the University of Minnesota or not, or you're contemplating the university or any, I have a personal hatred and contempt for the culture and the schools within the University of Minnesota, right? I claim they are biased, they are anti-white, they're anti-male, they're anti-capitalist, they're anti-American, and they offer poor educations unless you happen to go engineering, STEM. And also, the state itself is cold weather, which is not their fault, right? So I have a bias. However, my bias and opinions could be applied universally to all colleges and universities within the United States, or the vast majority of them, right? So it really does make the only criticism of the University of Minnesota that stands out is it's cold as tits, and the people of Minnesota fucking suck. There is not really a lot of economic opportunity for hardworking people, American or not, if you're a foreign student, all right? Especially if you're a foreigner. Oh my God. Dude, these poor sons of bitches that come over from like whatever warm climates like the Middle East or India, and they get here like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, man. One of my best friends, he is from India. He took a job in the Twin Cities, and he was in my dance class. That's how I met him. He's like, and it was all nice in summer, and then winter hit, and he's like, oh my God, what? I'm like, yeah, man. Although I did introduce him to whiskey and all-you-can-eat buffets, and we kind of made him okay, he made himself fat. I didn't put no fucking food in him. Then his mom saw him, like he flew back to India. Then his mom saw him, fucking blames me. I've never even met this gal. He's like, oh, my friend Aron showed me whiskey and martinis. He liked Black Russians too. He really liked Black Russians. Then he found all you can eat buffets. And the mom, he gained all this weight. Mom blames it on fucking me. I'm like, I'm the one that taught him to dance, to get exercise. I wasn't feeding him full of Black Russians. I said, yeah, you might like a Black Russian. Oh, I got to check in with him. He's got kids now. Anyway, all universities are pretty shit. All of them. You have to go and major in the right thing. And you should do it as long as it's accredited and as cheap as possible. Community college, online colleges, right? Those are your way out. I would also say more modernly, especially as now I guess we're in a recession, but I would say this is the long-term trend anyway. I would abandon universities altogether and go into the trades, especially trades where you can build your own house, right? Housing is very expensive. Instead of spending 4 years earning an engineering degree, which is better than a sociology degree, and then you have to work in corporate America and all the other politics associated with that. If you became a carpenter, all right, do you know how to plumb and wire your house? No, you don't. But you could build a lot of it. And you can go make a really good salary or an income or an hourly wage. If you show up sober and you're not drunk and you're on time and you do your job right, there's other requirements to that. I would be abandoning the university system. But if you're going to go to college, please choose the right degree. So it's not, oh yeah, our university. Like once they got your money and you graduate, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck. They got your money and 4 years of your youth. Don't even waste your time with the university system, University of Minnesota or not. Go get a real skill or a trade. Hell, I should probably link to it below. The world's greatest accounting career. Okay. You don't even have to go to college to get a career in accounting, right? There's a course I offer called the world's greatest accounting career. It's on Teachable. You search it, you'll find it. Maybe I'll link to it below. But you don't even have to go to college anymore. You get certifications in very precise, specific fields. You poor young kids, and especially minority, especially disadvantaged groups, you don't have the time or the money to be wasting your time in worthless degrees at colleges and universities that frankly don't have your best interests at heart, where it's just money-making operation for them. And then if they then grab you and parade you, look how much we care about the poors and the minorities. Oh my God, we're such good people. It's a trap. That's what it is. It's a trap for all you young people. And so, man, if you're going to go to university, do it affordably and do it in the right field. And then if you're not sure, dude, the military, go work for the railroads. There's nothing wrong with living at home and working 2 jobs and saving the money. Become a tradesman or tradeswoman. Just, you don't have the time. Don't make the mistake I did. Don't make the mistake the millennials did. Avoid that mistake. Go make money, or at least don't be poor. Prince Revolver again, $2. Trade school, trade schools, trade school. You mean not college? All the liberal white women. Why don't you just liberal white woman like we did? If you liberal white woman some more, then you would liberal white woman better. Oh, you mean come from a privileged trust fund baby background in the elite suburbs and have daddy pay for everything? Oh, okay. I'll get right on that. Calluses. All right, that's it. There'll be more coming along the way. I think Cap is going to go have a cigar, sit on his patio, and look at the frozen pond that is underneath the snow somewhere. See you guys later. Toodles.